Hello, dear kids. Today's story name is You Cannot Please Everyone. Once upon a time, the sun rose over a green road that led to a busy market. An old man sat on a gentle gray donkey while his little son walked ahead, holding the donkey's reins. The road smelled of warm bread and straw. The village roofs twinkled. Birds trilled. The boy hummed a soft tune. The old man smiled at the sky. They were on a small, simple journey together to sell or buy at market. They had not walked far when a man on the roadside stopped and stared. He pointed his finger and said rather loudly, "Look at that old man. He is riding the donkey while making his son walk." The old man heard him. He looked at his son's tired feet. He thought about the man's words. Quietly and kindly, he asked the boy to climb up. "You ride now," he said, and the little son obeyed and sat on the donkey. The old man stepped down and began to walk beside the donkey. For a while the path was soft and the dust rose in gold puffs. Then another man came along. He frowned and said, "Look at that useless boy. He himself is on the donkey while the old father is walking." The words were sharp. The old man's face changed. He did not want anyone to think badly of his son. So, with a gentle sigh, he told the boy to get off the donkey. Now both the old man and the son walked together, with the donkey trotting beside them and the reins held gently. The morning light warmed their shoulders. Soon they met two men walking down the lane. Those men laughed and said, "Look at these fools. Despite having a mount, they are walking on foot." The words surprised the father and son. They looked at each other. To stop the talking, and to be seen differently, they climbed up together and both sat on the little donkey. The three of them, father, son, and donkey, made a small, bumpy picture as they moved along. The donkey's hooves tapped the stones, and a breeze fluttered the boy's hair. Down the road they went until another passerby shook his head and scolded. "Oh, how cruel they are! Have they no pity for this speechless animal? They are overburdening the poor creature." The old man listened with a worried heart. He loved the donkey and did not want anyone to think them cruel. Softly, the old man whispered to his son, "Come, let us also please this man's heart." They looked at the little donkey and felt a strange new thought. With careful hands, they decided to show kindness in the way the passerby wished. The old man took hold of the donkey's hind legs while the boy reached to the front. They lifted, careful and slow, and began to carry the donkey together as they walked. The animal's warm sides were held like a sleeping bundle between them. They moved along the lane, holding the donkey with care. People watched them and mouths opened wide. The road turned toward a river. The bridge looked narrow and a little wobbly. Sunlight danced on the water, and the sound of the river made a shivery tune. The donkey felt the strange sway. It stamped its feet. The little boy tightened his grip. The old man steadied his breath. The bridge creaked under their steps. The river seemed to hum below, and the air smelled of wet stones. As they reached the middle of the bridge, the donkey became frightened by the narrow planks and the rushing water below. It kicked and fretted with sudden fear. The old man and the boy tried to hold it steady, but the donkey twisted and slipped. In a quick, shocked moment, the animal lost its footing, flailed, and fell into the river. The water rose and bubbled where the donkey disappeared. The scene changed from a strange parade to a sudden, quiet panic by the riverbank. The old man and the boy stood at the bridge edge, hearts pounding. The river swallowed the donkey's shape. They called, they reached, but the strong water pulled the animal down. The market sound seemed far away now. A hush came over the watchers. Some people covered their mouths. Others looked at the rushing water and turned their faces away. The air felt heavy. The road that led to the market was empty of the donkey's soft hooves for the first time that morning. Slowly, the old man felt the weight of that instant. He thought about all the people they had met and their many voices. He remembered the first man who had scolded the boy and the two men who had laughed, and the one who asked for pity for the creature. The little son pressed his hand to his chest, and the old man's eyes filled up. The market bells sounded in the distance, but felt like another world. The day's bright noise had turned into a quiet, wondering ache. They stood by the river and watched as the donkey sank deeper into the water and did not come back up. The gentle creature that had carried them at different times was gone beneath the ripples. The passers-by shuffled and whispered. Some shook their heads, as if words had weight that could bend the wind. The father and son felt the empty weight where the donkey had been. Their journey to the market now held a sorrow that could not be carried back on anyone's shoulders. The old man said softly, "Alas, we could not please even a single person." Then he added with quiet truth, It is not possible to make everyone in the world happy. They looked at the river, at the place where the donkey had been, and at each other. Their eyes were gentle and full of learning, though the lesson felt heavy. The sun moved lower. The road home was very still. Dear kids, with this today's story comes to an end. Very soon, we will be back with a new and interesting story. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, kids. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more fun and exciting videos of stories. See you next time. Bye-bye.